DanLand Pro. Today we're going over the new adjustment brush in Photoshop. We did a tutorial on the adjustment layers and how to use the adjustment brush with your adjustment layers. But now we're going to just devote a little more time to the actual adjustment brush so you can see how it works, some of the parameters they have in that. That way you can just change whatever you use with the brush. And let's get started. Okay, so here we are in Photoshop, and the first thing we want to do in Photoshop is we got our picture. So you see this is the backdrop that we use for our initial video, welcoming video. But what we're going to do is real simple. If you don't see your adjustment presets or your adjustments right here, you see where now it's not there. So if you don't see your adjustment layers, just hit adjustments, come up to Windows and hit adjustments. And now you see you got everything that you need over here. So you can do any type of adjustment on here that you want as far as your pictures. But I don't want to do an adjustment layer. I want to do an actual adjustment. I want to make some slight adjustments. So just say I want to do that wall back there. I just want to do the wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to find my adjustment brush. So as you see, you got an adjustment brush tool in here now. So a new brush. So right here, just say I want to add a little something. See how that's adding a little something to my wall there? I just want to add a little more color to that wall right in there. And I'm going to add a little to this beam. I just want to add a little more. And then we're going to come right here and add a little more. I'm just doing this so you can see how our adjustment brush works. So I just want to add a little more color there and a little more color there. And then you can see right here, up here, as usual, you can use your opacity if you want a little more, a little less. Your brightness, your contrast is what I'm working on right now. So you can change different things. So as you see, I got my brightness and contrast. So I can adjust this according to this. See, I can adjust how much power I want on that brush according to the parameters that come with my adjustment brush. So unlike adjustment layer, it's not doing the whole photo. So if I did the whole photo, you see how if I go over one of these adjustment layers, it changes the whole photo. Well, when you use the adjustment brush, it only changes the part of that you want to change as far as your photo go. So if I want to just add a little something down here, you see I want to make my floor a little lighter. Those little shadows or whatever in the floor, I want it to be just a little lighter. I may want to make them just a little lighter. And then I might want to play around when I can make it a little everything a little darker. So it's all about whatever I want to do. So I'm just messing with the brightness and the contrast. And you see we got a number of things over here. I can use levels, I can use saturation. I can use so many different things. So I can use film grade. We got all of the things that we normally have in adjustment layer. So if I click on one of these black and white, so if I want to make something black and white, I can come in here. As you see, I can have my floor be black and white and then the rest of the picture color. So I don't have to worry about what I normally worried about as far as doing the whole adjustment layer and trying to make things work out. So as you see, I pretty much made my floor black and white. So I can change that, make it brighter, play around with the parameters until I get that picture where I want it. So if I was into photography really deep, which I'm not, I just mess around with it as far as creativity. But you can do so many different things with your photos now with this adjustment layer. So like I showed you up here, you can change so many different things with this adjustment brush. So even your exposure, if I want to make a little bit more exposure right there, see? I can come in there and you see you get different parameters with different things. So if I want to put more light or less light, maybe I want some light over here in this window. See how I put more light in the window? So I can make it daytime if I wanted to really work with it. I could put more light back here, more light over here, and then I can play around with my parameters and make things bright like the sun is really shining in the morning. So it's just so many different things. Like I said, it's a quick tutorial. So now you see it's the adjustment brush tool that you now have in Photoshop. that you didn't have before. Instead of adjustment layers, you have the adjustment brush tool. So I hope that helped. Okay, so that's pretty much it. It's real simple. It's just that you have an adjustment brush now instead of adjustment layers, so you can work directly on your Photoshop, pinpoint exactly what it is that you're trying to make an adjustment layer to. It's non-destructive, just like adjustment layers. So it's all about your creativity, your vision, your perspectives. Hey, I'm Dan Land Pro. Till next time, youtube.com/Steps Express. Make sure you hit that subscribe and that like button. Peace.